Hi guys, welcome once again to All Things NSMQ. Thank you for the support and for the great family that we are building here. NSMQ is going to start very soon. NSMQ 2022 is going to start very soon, and it's interesting. Let's all congregate and try to follow this quiz this season. So ahead of the prelims, which will be starting on Monday, all things NSMQ, we are doing a preliminary discussion of the contests that are coming. And let me just say this, that I'm here with my good friend Jude Love. He's a keen follower of NSMQ. And you know, sometimes when I interview people, please don't attack them. You see, some people make a lot of comments, but you see, the thing is, let me say he's a fan of NSMQ. So we are just interviewing fans of NSMQ or keen followers. Don't take, it's his opinion. Yes, it's just his opinion, and it will be nice to get different opinions. So please feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. But then don't take his opinion as maybe it means that is the only truth or the only opinion, and that's that. No. So please, I just want you to treat this as a very interesting conversation with a fan of NSMQ. We're all sharing our views. That's all. Thank you very much. All right. So it's a great pleasure for me to introduce my friend. He's a friend of NSMQ. So he's just his views he's sharing. My very good friend. Let me put it that way. And fan. Not expert or anything. It's just a fan, and we are getting different views. With time, we'll be going out there to get different opinions as well. So for today, we are with Jude Love. And Jude Love, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so just to get your full name, can you just tell us your full name?
Okay, my name is Jude Love Anum. Yeah.
All right, and you've been following this for quite some time. Technically speaking, what kind of job do you do though?
Okay, so I'm a medical laboratory scientist with Ghana Health Service, precisely at Keta Municipal Hospital.
Okay, but of course, when you were in high school, you were a science student. Were you ever in the Brella team?
Yes, I was a science student, and then I was glad I made it to be part of the Science and Maths quiz team in my year.
And since then, you've been following this very closely. Okay, we just don't want. We've been following this very closely. Now you've seen the matches or the fixtures that NSMQ has brought out. I mean, when you saw it, what did you think? Were there any fixtures that you were excited or that you were looking forward to? That you're like, okay, this might be a keen competition. What's your reaction when the fixtures were done?
Okay. Well, obviously, we are all waiting for the start of NSMQ 2022. It has been launched successfully, and we all can't wait to see what it has in store for us. So, as a personal fan, Facebook calls me a top fan of NSMQ.
You're a top fan of NSMQ's pitch.
Yeah. So, as a fan, I'm also looking out for more. And I can't wait to see the contests that have been scheduled and the excitement it will have for all of us ready to watch. Yes, some of them are actually a match or a contest to look out for. Some of them are easily predictable based on the dynamics of the teams we've seen so far, their performances. But yes, of course, there's still room for surprises, and definitely we are going to see some this year.
Exactly. You know, in politics, the late Sir John said, fear delegates. It means you can never predict anything. Exactly. And God is the one who knows the ultimate. So sometimes you never really know. You never really know. All right, so let's start with day one. I believe you have some of the fixtures on your phone from day one, day 2, day 3, day 4, and all of that. If you look at the first day, okay, which of them catch your attention?
Okay, for day one, let me start on a very funny note. Okay. So when the balloting was going on, the lady who did the pairings for the first contest, it was her school she first chose.
Oh, okay. I think I saw that. That was a coincidence, though.
Exactly. So I may go by The idea that there's some luck following that school. So that's a contest to watch out for. That's the first contest.
Can you mention the names?
That involves Northern School of Business, Sunyani Senior High School, and then Nalerigu Senior High School at Sarah Mensa Auditorium on KNUST campus. Well, just because of what I said, I'm actually looking out for, the schools from the northern region also do pull surprises. Yes, Sandema has been doing that, and then I'm sure Northern School of Business would prove something.
And if you look at the regionals, they actually went far in the regionals or had some good scores in the regionals. So, but of course, Sunyani Secondary too, this is not their first time coming. So they have that experience. So let's see what happens.
Sure. And then another contest, I'm also looking out for St. James Seminary and Asin State College. I think from 2019, I've followed Asin State College. They've been quite impressive. Not quite, they've been very well impressive. And I'm sure they are going to pull another surprise this year. They often like to come with Form 2s in the previous year who will come back stronger as Form 3s in the subsequent year. So we await what they have in store for us this year. Coming up against St. James Seminary, who also give a good run often.
And they do very well in the WASI rankings too as well. So that will be a very tight contest to look at actually. So let's watch out for that. And you are right about Asin State, because I think in one of the years they did give OWAS quite a good run. If you remember, there was a year that they went all the way with them to the Riddle stage. So yeah. So let's see what happens in that particular race. Okay, let's move on.
All right, so another contest I'm keenly following is, I was glad to hear that St. Monica's was brought back as part of the 9. So I'm looking out for them. But
why is your girlfriend there?
No, I have a friend there who I'm training.
Okay.
Yes, I'm training. So
I'm looking forward to the performance.
Forward to them to perform so that they will be in the competition for the subsequent years. And then I'll see, hopefully, my friend feature in the quiz. So they are coming up against Iwakwa State College, whom I have known for very good runs during friendlies. Yeah, unfortunately, when they get to nationals, we don't really see much of them. But during friendlies, they do well. So who knows? This might be their year to come out of the prelims and then go to the 1-8.
Okay. And I remember St. Monica's, if I'm right, they were the school of the first quiz mistress of NSMQ. Yes, Professor Maria Rama. You were we heard that she was an old student of St. Monica's. But anyway, those of you who follow NSMQ, don't attack me on this. Just if you have better information, just put it in the comment section. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think another interesting contest for me is contest number 9 at KNUST SHS Auditorium. St. Thomas Aquinas coming up against Eguafo Ebrim and then Pong Tamale. Well, I'm going all out for St. Thomas Aquinas. God is an old Tom. They also have been doing well, and I want to see more of the Greater Accra schools push forward.
Okay. So a little bit of the Greater Accra bias, but of course that's permitted. You can also do your bias in the comment section. If you are central biased or host and win bias or whatever bias, you are allowed to support. This is a community, so just come to the comment section and support your region or your school fairly. Let's allow everybody, okay? But St. Thomas Aquinas, they are former champions. Yeah. They are former champions, so we can't write them off. But they've not had too good of a run. But as a former champion, you can never write them off. Did you see them at the regionals?
Yeah, I saw them at the regionals. But I was expecting to see them at the regional championship. Once they didn't get there, I was like, what again is happening to St. Thomas Aquinas? But let's see, from the moment the regional championship was over till now, there's quite some time for effective preparation. So I'm sure it's going to pay off. I'm very sure of that.
And shout out to the Aquinas guys. Like you said, God is an old Tom. Okay, so let's see how that plans out. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, so for day 1, that's okay. For the other contests, it's not easily predictable. I'm not actually predicting the winners, but
Just analyze.
yes, analyzing based on what I've seen. And yeah,
All right. So we can move to day 2.
day 2. Okay, so day 2. Wow, contest number 10. It's a must watch. Achimota School comes up against Okapiman School and Navrongo SHS. Achimota, once again, the Accra bias. And then for the fact that they were part of the 9 schools that were brought in to join, and they were actually the first among the 9 schools. I don't want to say that late preparation might affect their performance, but Achimota is known to deliver when they are in good shape. So I'm looking forward to a good contest.
Okay, and of course, the context behind the contest, as you said, is that they were not in the original batch for those who had qualified, but later when Primetime brought the additional 9 for special admission or addition, they were part of it. And you never know, they might pull a surprise there. Ukwapeman, we look forward to what they can do this time around. And Navrogo Secondary, perennial contenders or perennial participants. And let's see if this time they will do something different. But that's a pretty great school, and they've given off some good showing sometimes. But let's see what happens this year with them as well. Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Next, so we can move on to the next.
Yeah, so I'm also looking at Odogono Senior High School. Very much because they gave Presec a good run for their money during the first regional championship contest this year. Yes, I think Presec eventually won with just a point, and it was at the last radel. So I'm sure that once they feel they've been able to give a school like Presec a tough run, they would be putting in a show this time around. They are coming up against Awudome and then Akontombra Senior High School, and actually I'm going in for them.
All right, so Odogono getting some props over here, and I know people are also looking out for them this year. So let's see what happens. Let's move on.
Another contest is Impraeso SHS, contest number 16 versus St. John's School and then Kumbungu SHS. Well, Impraeso is a school to watch out for. I saw their performance in the regionals and then how they almost took the Eastern Regional Champions from St. Peter's. It took a tiebreaker for St. Peter's to win. And at times we just say that St. Peter's won it based on experience. So I'm looking out for Impraeso this time around to give us a very good contest.
Exactly, that would have been an upset, but they could have won that cup for the first time in past, giving a good show there in the regionals. Let's see what happens at the nationals. Let's move on.
Okay, another contest. I'm not senior high school. Well, pretty much because I work in the water region. So, and one of their teachers is my friend. So this year, I'm believing that they'll go far. They'll go far than previous years. So that's the last of the second day contest.
Let's move to day 3.
All right. So day 3. Okay. Once again, it promises to be interesting as always. Last year, the girls from Brong-Ahafo, now I think Bono and the other Ahafo, they were doing very well. They are coming up again this year. Our Lady of Mount Carmel girls versus Kumasi Wesley girls and then Zion College. Yeah, I'm hooting for one of the girls to win that contest.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Day 3, I'm not so conversant with the rest of the schools.
That's fair. That's okay. So we can move to day 4.
Yeah, the last of the prelims promises to be another interesting one for me. Laboni Senior High School, contest number 31. Ebri Presby, contest number 32. Mauli, contest number 37. So Ebri Presby, contest 34. And then Mauli is 37. Those 3 schools, I'm anticipating a great contest, a great show. They've been very good. Presby SHS from Akwetia, Ebri, have been doing very well from 2020 till date. Their prelims, their friendlies goes very well also. Mauli too, they had a very good contest during their regional championship, and I'm looking forward to see an improved team.
No, definitely. And then which one else? Let's just finish it up.
Laboni did very well during the regional qualifications and the championship. So I definitely expect a good run from them. So.
Most def. And Presby Technical did really well. I think they got to the semi-finals in 2020. So let's see what happens. Are these all the contests you have now?
Yes,
or?
these are all the contests.
Okay.
The last of them, 39. That's in Fansipim, we've all known for some time that they struggle to go far. Let's hope that this year it comes true for them. A miracle works out for them. They are coming up against West Africa and then Sandema. Sandema, one of the schools from the north that often pull surprises. And West Africa too, they have a one-time surprise they show. So let's see.
Yeah, they got to the finals, I believe, in 2018. Because 18, against Adesadel and then St. Peter's. That was a Sasuye and all of that. So West Africa, let's see. But of course, in front of him, two-time champion, first secondary school in Ghana, big history right there. We can never ever discount them. Central regional champions at some point, great history and background there. They definitely cannot be discounted. Right. So thank you very much. I'm very grateful that you've gone through this prelims with me at a different date. I don't want to cause commotion. I was going to ask you who is your greatest NSMQ contestant of all time. I'm sure you have a list in your mind, but okay.
I have a list, but when I was thinking through, I think one person stood out for me. You know, most of the great contestants we watched them from afar. Maybe we don't know them personally and all. But there's one I know personally, and that's not the reason, but how he rose to become a great contestant, in my view, is what will make me vote for him. And that's Bernard Ajiman, 2013.
Wow.
Senior high school, yeah.
Okay. So at least you have some inside information there, and knowing them as close range helps you make that kind of judgment. Hey, you know what? Thank you so much for coming on board to do this. I know you are going to be in Kumasi. We'll try to catch up with you because you're going to be live there watching, and hopefully we'll try to catch up when we get there. Thank you guys so much. So guys, I'm really grateful to my friend Jude Love who has stayed with us, and hope to come your way sometime. Hope to meet a lot more of you guys either in Kumasi or let's get interactive here on YouTube at the comment section. Thank you very much for listening. We'll catch you later. God bless.